friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and today Angie and I went out to visit Raph and Ron. And they live in Maniwaki, or past Maniwaki, and we stopped at a favorite market of Raph's on the way back. This gentleman, this is all from his farm. I bought. Now, we opened this to taste them, but this is 100% pure blueberry juice that he makes on his farm. It is unfiltered. It's just blueberry juice. Now, we also got a bottle of 100% pure rhubarb juice and a quart of raspberries, and we're going to make raspberry and rhubarb jam. Okay, here's approximately 5 cups of raspberries, and this is pure rhubarb juice. Now, if you want to use rhubarb, I'd just cut up a couple of stalks of rhubarb. Peel them if you want. That always makes things better. And this is just pure filtered rhubarb juice. And it's 2 cups, so we're going to put that in there. And we're going to put 7 cups of sugar. Why are we going to put 7 cups of sugar? Because we have 7 cups of fruit. And I'm going to be adding Cerdo to this, which is pectin, because I have it. If you're wondering why I'm just pouring this and not measuring it, it's because I know exactly how many cups are in this jar. And here is 1 box of Cerdo. I'm just going to let these all soak together. Let the sugar pull the juice out of the raspberries. Like I said, if you want, you can use a couple of cups of finely diced rhubarb. But we bought this juice and we thought it looked lovely, but it tasted like, well, straight rhubarb. So we're going to do something else with it. Alrighty. Now, I've just turned this on. I've allowed it for the sugar and the box of Cerdo to kind of all melt together. And I'll tell you what, I had a little taste. It was good. So we have our jars in this stock pot with a wire rack in the bottom. They're going to be boiling. And we're going to cook our jam. And we're just going to bring this up to a rolling boil. Oh, I almost forgot. A little bit of butter to stop it from foaming. You know what, folks? If you have rhubarb and a juicer, you can make raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, anything go much, much farther just by, and you don't have to tell anybody, you just juice the rhubarb if they don't like it. I know lots of people like rhubarb, but Howie doesn't. But I think I'm going to grow some because I want to, it has so many uses, really. And make the jam stretch with rhubarb juice, if it works. Now, I did put the box of Cerdo in for the simple reason that rhubarb and raspberries are fairly low in pectin. So we wanted to make sure this set up just right. Folks, this took a little longer than I thought it would, but we cooked it for about 20 minutes. So we've got proper sheeting action going on here. don't know if you can see how well you get. Let me do this way. It's sheeting from the spoon. It's running, all the droplets are running together to make a sheet. So we're going to turn this off and continue to stir. And we're going to bottle this up and away we go. Alrighty. Let's, we've got our lids. I just poured boiling water over them. Our rings, our clean piece of flannel that has been dipped in vinegar and water. I'm going to get 2 jars out at a time. Why? So that I have one to put the funnel in. There's one. And there's 2. And we're going to ladle our hot jelly, jam, into these jars to about a 1/2 inch from the top. I'm not using my measuring cup because there's not enough jam in the pot. And then we move that over. Oops, that's really hot. Wipe your rims with a clean damp paper towel. Put on a fresh hot 4 jars canning lid. Only ever had one failure with these lids. I'm going to hold, now remember this is hot because it came out of boiling water and jam came out of the canner. Fingertip tight, folks. If you make it too tight, your lids are going to buckle. Somebody complained about their 4 jars lids buckling. I said then you put the rings on too tight. And we get another jar out. Stand by. These only have to be in that bubbling water about 10 minutes because they went into boiling hot jars with boiling hot jam. So they only have to be in there for a few minutes, maybe 10, 15 tops. You might be wondering what I'm going to do with this. Am I going to put it in a jar for Howie? No, he hasn't even eaten his half jar of peach yet. What I am going to do is I'm going to can them in these itty bitty little jars. They have been washed, rinsed, and are going to have boiling water poured over them. And then when I take my jelly out of the canner, these will go in. All right, I'm just going to pour boiling. The last batch I did, I put them in the canner and then it was really hard to retrieve them. So I'm just doing this because they've already been washed and thoroughly rinsed. Now, this is the tricky part. I'm just gonna tip one of these out, just like that. I'm gonna put it down here. And I'm gonna take this itty bitty funnel and I'm gonna fill this jar to a 1/2 inch from the top. Like that. Wait a minute, we need a little bit more in there. There we go. Always, always, always wipe your rims with a clean damp paper towel. Ouch! Got its boiling water. Now I'm going to grab my tea towel here and grip this little jar and anchor on the lid. And that's going in the canner. Okay, this is, I know you don't like, now before you try this, I know you don't like rhubarb.
No, I hate rhubarb.
But this is rhubarb juice and raspberry jam. Raspberry rhubarb jam. And there's, I think it's the texture. You don't like the texture of rhubarb. But if I grow rhubarb, I can juice it and make that jam.
That's good.
It's got sweet with just a little bit of tart.
Yep.
This is the Mrs. Wolfie. Yeah, it's been a long day from our half-acre homestead, and that is raspberry jam. rhubarb raspberry jam.
There's no helping her.
Take care, God bless. Apparently. Yeah, love you.